Hello and welcome to Let's Try. We're trying Dawnfolk. Dawnfolk is a tile placement city builder or village builder, if you like, with a little bit of a fantasy vibe, a little bit of a chill vibe. First of all, key was provided by the publisher. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you, bud. Let's jump into it. We're going to be playing the story. I've already played the first world, although it served as mostly a tutorial. There's a lot of game here. I could be playing this for a long time. We finally reached the harsh, arid Badlands. This is a key location. It opens access to the entire continent. If you're at all familiar with games like Dot Age, things like Catan, and Duff Romantic, those have a similar vibe to this, although there's a few twists and turns here. We are going to be trying to increase our net resource gain as much as possible so that we can either survive the coming storm or simply upgrade our structures and eventually win the game. The winning the game part really just kind of revolves around surviving. So we're going to want to improve our production. We're going to do that in a couple ways. We have a destroyed farm over here. I like to try and plan ahead a little bit if I can. So we're looking at this forest. This game employs some interesting mini games, which is either going to be a hit or miss for people. I think for me it's fine. I don't think it necessarily takes anything away, but it is interesting. I think it's maybe better than having RNG where it just like rolls the dice and like, hey, you got a bit more food. There's a little bit of variety in the mini games, but not a lot. They do eventually become a chore that you don't necessarily have to take advantage of if you don't want to, but it does give you a benefit. So I guess you're always going to want to try. We hunted in order to gain access to the forest. We could chop it down or we could add a lumberjack cabin. Chopping it down means we can't add a lumberjack cabin later, but I think what I want to do is chop it down so that I can put some crops here. Oh, now I failed the minigame. What are you going to do? There's a specific reason I'm doing that. I can see that there's a destroyed farm here. And this is one of those games where you are going to want to plan around adjacency. The destroyed farm is going to benefit more if it has more crops around it. So I'm going to go ahead and put a cropland down here, and I'm going to put a cropland down here. And then when I decide to repair this destroyed farm, it's going to be getting more crops from its adjacent fields. If I also go towards this tile, I can do the same thing over there. Is like hunt and then chop down and then put up a cropland. So that's given us a little bit of resources. We also want to make sure we're actually planting something. These both give you the same net resources, but one takes one kind of resource and the other takes the other. You might notice that we're spending resources at the top. This is spending people. This game is real time, by the way, which is a little bit strange. So like as time goes on, you are kind of taking turns. So there's a little bit of a time pressure mechanic in that regard. So let's put another wheat field there. Desert everywhere. We can't build anything. Wait, there's an oasis right there. What if we build a caravanserai? I've never encountered that word before. So that's going to cost us 60 food and fit. Wow, we just happen to have everything we need, and that's going to give us more people per turn. So let's go ahead and do that. Fascinating building. By default, it only produces workforce, but you can also organize regular trading of food and materials. We're definitely going to want to need more food soon, so let's start setting up some trades in the caravanserai. I don't know. So currently we have these tiles available to us, but if I want to gain more tiles, I'm going to have to spend some shine or sunshine or illumination points, whatever you want to call them, to venture out. If there's a question mark, it's probably got some treasure on it, although not all question marks are positive. This is going to give us a net positive of resources and more illumination. So let's go ahead and illuminate this one over here and do what we were going to do. We got it perfect there. We got a lot of food for doing that. Let's go ahead and chop it down. Some of those can get pretty tricky, but I think very intentionally quite shallow to make sure that you are just really kind of paying attention. So let's go ahead and repair this farm. That's going to give us all of our resources. And then let's also put a cropland here. And now we're getting all of our extra resources from all of those farms. And we're getting quite a bit of extra food per turn. We get +7 per turn now. We could venture out into the dark mist here. And there's some fun stuff you can do with mountains, but I'm not sure if I want to do that just yet. So trade food in the caravanserai. So what we could do is we can trade people for resources. This takes -1 people. I see. So then the caravanserai becomes a -1 person per turn instead of a +1 turn, and that's why it seems to be taking 2 people per turn. But we could definitely stand to have some more materials, so let's go ahead and do that. Easier to gain more people than it is materials, although strictly speaking that doesn't seem to be true right now. Let's see what this is. This is a stone deposit. If we wanted to, we could spend some some more people to give us more resources there. I don't think that that's going to be useful for us. We want to make sure we can get more people. Maybe I was a little bit, maybe I shouldn't have spent so many of these tiles getting this food. We might want to roll things back a little bit. If we spend some people here, we could turn this into an observatory. This would give us more illumination. Why don't we spread out here a little bit, and then we'll make some tents, and that's going to give us more people per turn. If I could blow up this mountain, doesn't look like we can, unfortunately. What if we're out of illumination. So I'm gonna speed things up a little bit, and that gives us a little bit of illumination. I want to see what we can do over here. Orcs, they will pillage our lands every few days. There are 2 ways to stop the pillaging. You can fight them and destroy their camp, or you can make peace with them by giving them food. We've got tons of food, so that might be what we want to do. That's negative 38 food, and then we get more food and people per turn. That seems like the amicable solution. Oh, I see. Are we mashing the button here? Okay, we were spreading love to all of the orcs. Nice. The orcs from the camp are going to help us. They don't speak our language well, but we can still understand them. They say they came from beyond the sky. We'll learn more by befriending their other camps. Nice that the game gives us an option to make friends with orcs. Like, that's a rare thing. We also have a big lad over there. Over here, I definitely want to get this as quickly as I can, because that's going to give us some more illumination per turn. Now, what is this? We could slaughter that for extra food, but I think we're getting food per turn from that, so it benefits us to keep that around. So we're turning things around a little bit. What can we do with this? We can turn that into a ziggurat. I don't know if that's what we want to do. We could hunt this for more food. We're pretty good for food. We need some other things going on. Turn this into a quarry for extra materials. We need more people. Materials is good, but more people would be good. I think what I want to do, illumination is what we're hurting for. It's a good time to upgrade your home. Get more science. What do you think? Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. Upgrading our home is how we get science, and science is something we can upgrade our structures for, to just upgrade and get more resources per turn from them. Reduce our food, but it will also give us more people. I wonder if we could do that again. That will cost us 85 materials. We're not there yet. What could we use more of? We could use more materials. What if we upgraded this to a grand bazaar? That would give us more people. That's not a bad idea. This would just give us more food if we upgraded the farm into like a royal farm. Not necessarily a good idea. We could upgrade this tent into something. It's not a terrible idea. I feel like the grand bazaar doesn't seem that worth, although I guess it's 2 extra people per turn at no cost. So yeah, let's do that. We have 5 people per turn. I really want to get this guy over here. This is a light breach. This will give us light, but we can also upgrade it so that it gives us extra light per turn. So we can collect the light, and we'll do so, because it doesn't remove this by doing that. Like, it'll get more light in a few turns, and then hopefully we'll get the resources we need to turn that into renewable light. What if this looks like another oasis. We could make another bazaar, but we're running out of materials. What we really need are more materials. So what if we turned this mountain into another mine? Wouldn't be a bad idea. Let's do that. Although we need 20 people and 10 resources. Let's wait a little bit. Or is that it? Oh, we're not getting any materials per turn. I guess I upgraded this grand bazaar, but then I need to turn it back into a trade material. So let's do that. Now we're getting 3 materials per turn. And we'll turn this into a mine. Now we're back to only 1 person per turn. Trade food in the caravan. Why do you want me to trade for food in the caravanserai? Why do you want me to do that? That's an interesting idea. Well, I guess I'll do it. Well done, but there's more to discover. It lets you build tents around it, even in the middle of the desert. Let's build a desert tent next to the... Okay, so that's... I just hadn't done the tutorial yet. So this is a great thing, actually, because we're going to be able to get more people from the desert. And it'll be worth spreading out a little bit. And we can build a few more tents, although we need more materials. Let's go back to trading for materials, and then make some more tents. We have a lot of extra food. So this is an event. We have enough food, we could distribute it, and that'll give us plus 50 people, which is a really not a bad idea at all. Or we could keep the food, and that just means we keep the food. We have extra food to allocate to other resources and other events. Extra people right now would be a really good idea. So let's go ahead and do that. And now we have a ton of extra people coming in. We have plus 7 per turn. Let's see if we can't get some extra materials going. So let's illuminate this southern mountain, turn it into a mine. Okay, so we've got our event. This is a thing that's going to happen a few times per level, and it's the storm that we kind of have to weather. Who are you? You don't even know what you truly are. It's Nuit. What do you mean? Looks like we'll have to face the dark storms once more. There's a couple of things we can do. We can just wait for the storm to pass over time, and you know, that's not bad. It's gonna spread some of this dark gust here though, and that'll take some resources to do away with. Or what I can do is wait a few turns and spend a bunch of illumination to remove the whole storm at once. Go ahead and do that. We'll have a little bit of a mess to clean up afterwards, but that's okay. We have the illumination to spare, and that is that. So we still want some more mountains, I think. I think what I'd like to do is turn these guys into mines, because I'm not sure if there isn't a other building we could build to extra benefit from these miners. We don't have any more science, so we can't upgrade them. And we don't yet have the resources to upgrade our home yet. So we're still working towards that if we possibly can. A wandering trader just showed up. What do they want? So buy workforce, negative food, and then we get 10 people. I think we could do with some extra materials. So let's do that. We're going to be spending some food, but that's okay. Maybe the next time we get some science, we can upgrade our farm. That would probably be the thing to do. This would let us convert some more people into materials. I think that's a good idea. Make another mine. This is going to give us some more resources. Let's do that. Let's chop down those trees. Can we do anything with this? Yes, we could turn them into desert tents. We're kind of running out of food, so it would be a good idea to get some more food going. We could do a church. A lumberjack wouldn't be a bad idea, but I think the thing we want is just more cropland. More illumination might be a good idea as well. Apparently this observatory benefits from darkness, which is interesting. So why don't we go ahead and do that? Oh, we don't have enough resources. Those are actually really expensive. Let's venture out a little bit. There's some really good resources over here. If there's another green tile here, we could do another kind of farm. You can build farms. You don't necessarily have to find and repair them. Repairing them just like kind of cheaper. So this hole has some light in it again. It's a good time to upgrade your home. Do we actually have the resources? We do. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. That's a good idea. I think what we want to do, we can't upgrade this anymore, but what we could do is upgrade our farm. And since like food is what we're kind of hurting for right now, it's either that or what can we Oh, we don't have enough materials to get this going. Let's just gather the light from it. That's kind of what happened last time, but that's okay. We can do this anyway. We don't have to wait for it to have light in it to build that. What I really want to do is find out what this is. That's more light and materials. That's exactly what I was hoping for. We've got sheep over here. That could be really good for us. Got some good stuff going on. Here's the thing. I mean, we could pen these sheep and that'll give us more materials and more food, which is really good. Or we could try and go for another farm over here, which would give us upwards to like 4 food per turn. I do have that science to spend. We can't upgrade that camp there. We can't upgrade that. So it might be a good idea to just upgrade this farm because it is quite a good farm. Having 3 tiles around is actually quite powerful. So we are going to upgrade that to a royal farm. That's going to put us at +6 food per turn. Actually keeping the sheep might be a good idea because that's going to give us just extra food and materials at no like cost. I mean, this is going to cost us workforce, but maybe getting some more materials per turn would be a really good idea. Chopping them just gives us resources, but gives us the flexibility of building a farm. But I kind of feel like getting more materials per turn might be a good idea. I don't know. It could go either way. Either way, I think we should hunt. Just kind of like get what we can from the tile before we put a lumberjack there. So let's put a lumberjack there. I think that's fine. I think we're gonna start wanting more people. I'm wondering if we can put tents. Oh yeah, we can put tents in any location, any desert location that is. So this will cost us some more food, but that's okay. It's gonna give us some more workforce. We are at the point where getting some more illumination is really what we want. I think we're almost, yeah, we're very close to being able to build a light well here. Honestly, an observatory might be a better idea though, because this is going to give us +3, although that's going to cost us quite a lot of, that's going to cost us some workforce per turn. It's actually quite expensive. Curious about this guy. I don't know if I want to do that just yet though. Let's hunt these guys for some extra food. We have the option of putting some tents there. Oops, I messed it up. That's fine. We got a little bit of extra food. We can put some tents here. And if we build tents here, then it's going to be benefiting our home and the caravanserai, or I guess it's a grand bazaar now. So that just gained us a bunch of workforce. That's fantastic. We could build another caravanserai over here. I'm very sure I'm mispronouncing that. I'm sorry if I am. Getting more illumination might be a really good idea. Let's do that. I've been meaning to do that, so it'll take us a little bit of extra time to build another caravan over there. The caravan's nice because it does give you a little bit of flexibility. We're still trading, yeah, we're still trading for materials over there. Materials are going to be really important. Can we do anything here? Yeah, we can build a tent. We need to get the ziggurat going on, so we need 60 materials. Let's just wait a little bit. for some materials. We reaped a bountiful harvest, so we could keep it and get an extra 40 food, or distribute it and get some more workforce. I feel like it's always worth getting the workforce because that's almost harder to obtain in some ways. So we should have enough to build a ziggurat. Let's go ahead and do that. City has everything we need. We must stop the orcs pillaging to secure the region. Get rid of them or make peace with them. It's up to you. Okay, so that's our goal. We're definitely going to need more illumination so that we can venture out a little bit quicker. Can we? Okay, we can upgrade this, and this will do what for us exactly? Irrigate deserts. Interesting. What do we need to upgrade our home? We need 625 materials. That's going to take us quite a long time. I think we're doing pretty good for all research. We got 113 illumination. That is insane. Let's venture out a little bit. Orcs destroyed our fields. Oh no. All right, well, I guess we can just rebuild that. It's not a big deal. Crystal Field. What is that? I haven't seen that one before. The farm doesn't benefit from Crystal Field, which is a bit of a bummer. We could do Cornfield. Cornfield will give us +2 corn per turn. Hemp Field, that's an interesting one. What's really interesting to me is, okay, so it costs more to build the cornfield, but then they give us more food overall. We could convert our wheat fields into cornfields, and that would give us more food. Out of nowhere, a bear burst out of the forest, roaring it's right at us. We could kill it. Yeah, let's kill it for extra food. Good stuff. So now, if we turn this into an observatory, yeah, it's only going to get 2 illumination per turn. That's really worth noting. I actually kind of did it dirty a little bit by exploring this zone. Let's make peace with the orcs. I really don't understand that minigame. It's a little bit odd. We'll just keep venturing out. Since we have another mountain here, why don't we turn this into an observatory? Oh, we've got our next event. This is fine because we actually have tons of illumination. We can just cleanse that right away. Here's another mini game. You can see the kind of variety in the mini games that you can expect, and we'll have to cleanse that, although we don't have enough. Oh, there's 2 storms this time. All right, this time we need to spend basically all of our illumination, and doing well on the mini game on that one just ensures that we get to keep a little bit of our illumination. Ooh, this is kind of interesting. I wonder if it would be worth keeping this spot in the dark, because then we're getting illumination from that. And I got an achievement from that, actually. Have an observatory completely surrounded by darkness. Don't ask me how. I guess that dark gust, all it does is really kind of prevent you access from the benefit of that tile. It doesn't actually do much else other than that, which is interesting. I wonder if it spreads, though, is the only thing I'm a little bit concerned about. All right, let's venture out a little bit more. I do want to check this out at some point. It costs you more illumination every single time you spread to another tile. What are we lacking on? We're lacking on workforce again. I wonder if there's something. Well, I did want to turn this oasis into something. Why don't we get that going? Okay, so now we can turn this into a caravan. We probably want more materials still, although we could trade for light. That's an interesting idea. I'm pretty happy with our light production right now, so let's go ahead and get some more materials. We can almost always use more materials. What we got over here, more treasure. Wait, we left something in that chest. It's science. Oh, that's actually quite nice. Why don't we go ahead and irrigate our desert? I'm not sure what that did for us, to be honest. We were very close to upgrading to our maximum home. It's a good time to upgrade your home. I was just thinking that, you know? So we get more people per turn. We definitely could use some more. Oh, we got another trader. Buy workforce. I think that's definitely what we want. No, I think we still want more materials. Go ahead and do that. Eliminate or befriend every orc camp. So we're doing that. I think we're doing an okay job. We basically, at this point, we're in the end game. We just want to spread out and find the other orc camps. Got a rock golem here. This will cost us some people, but give us. Oh, we got. Oh, I see. It's the same mini game. Nice. We got a bunch of resources for that. There's another oasis over here. What is this? This is a black monolith. We can fight this at the cost of some people. This will give us a benefit, but obviously it's going to cost us a little bit. The obelisks basically make the next dark storm more powerful. So if you get rid of them, you're doing yourself a service for later. We found some orcs. Let's go ahead and help them. They're grateful. It will be easier to make peace with their camp. Let's make peace with them. Orcs say they were imprisoned in huge flying black rocks. That must be the black monoliths. Okay. We've got deep lore. Deep lore. And we've got ourselves another shiny hole. Converting that would be a really good idea. I should have grabbed the light from it before I did that. That's a bit of a mistake on my end. So we're just heading over to this other question mark here. We're running out of people. Well, we have another caravan over here. Let's make some tents. If we can open up these tiles here, then that would help. Let's hunt this location. I'll explain why in a second. Oh, interesting. Some of our hunters hurt themselves badly. Heal them with light. Give them extra rations. Yeah, let's not give away our light. So what I was thinking is, well, what I was thinking is I would turn this into tents. And I think we will still do that. I'm going to go ahead and destroy this. And then I'm going to, this is interesting, plays the mini games for you for 1 science. I don't think that's worth it. I want to turn this into crop field. Actually, I'm thinking if we turn this into a tavern, that would be better for us, because then we're going to put a tent here, and now the tavern's giving us more people per turn, and the caravan is also giving us. We could also open this up, and it seems like the pyramid benefits from having illuminated tiles, so it would be good to open up this tile as well. But I want to put a tent here. It looks like putting the tents there removed the extra sunshine, the extra illumination. This game's about compromises. I want to open this up. I want to chop this down. Oh, no, not quite perfect. And then I want to put another tent here, and like our workforce is looking really healthy now. All right, here's our next storm. This time we've got just 2 storms. So I'm gonna remove this storm here, and then I might just let the other one do its thing for a bit and like remove whatever it does to it. Oh, except we don't. We actually get quite a lot of illumination per turn. We have the ability to survive this very easily. Okay, illuminate that, illuminate that. We're good over here. Miners Guild. I don't think that's worth spending a science. This over here, though, we could get some more illumination from this. I think that would be worth it. We're still trying to find the other orcs. Getting more illumination just means that we get to explore a bit quicker. We found iron. Very nice. Oh, that adds a little bit of an iron pixel to our mountain. That's kind of fun. So if we fought this golem here, we could put some more tents there, and that would give us more people. Although I think we're actually okay for people now. I think what we're hurting for now is actually food. I'm strictly speaking per turn. Let's open this up so that we get more illumination per turn. I'm not sure how we could get more food. I guess we could turn one of our caravanserai into food. We could upgrade this into a grand bazaar. I think that would be worth doing. Can we not? I guess you can only have 1 grand bazaar on the map. I'm just like considering our options. Turning this into a marketplace would be pretty good. I think that's a flat bonus, whereas if we turn it into a barracks, we actually gain a lot more from it. And then we'll put some tents here. So we're gaining insane workforce from that. I actually think we should chop this down and make some more fields. Let's do dark field. That's interesting. Costs us materials and people. Hemp field. I feel like cornfield is still the one we want. Why would we want a dark field? Oh, it gets more corn from adjacent dark spots. That's interesting. Yeah, we do want that. Interesting. Okay. All right, so we're still venturing out. We've got another orc there. We'll fight this obelisk. A little bit of Undertale there. Kind of reminds me of that one Undertale section. Last night, wolves attacked and devoured our animals. Oh no, that sucks. This is our wolf pack. We should have hunted these wolves, and then that might not have happened. And that really sucks because you can't really get the sheep back, but there was a way to propagate the sheep. This pleases Uwe Rosenberg. Let's make peace with some orcs. I like the fact that we can make peace with the orcs. I really appreciate that. Whoever imprisoned them must have also brought them into our world. We've got some more sheep over here, but we have no way of propagating those sheep. But still, that's food. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it on fast speed and venture out. Our warriors are ready. They await your command to strike this foe. Sure. I guess this turns it into another quarry, which, yeah, I guess so. Sure. And we can eliminate this and get some more treasure. I guess the question marks are not necessarily orcs, but by spreading out as much as possible, we increase the chance for finding more orcs. There we go. So I'm not going to make the same mistake this time. I'm going to collect the light and then turn it into a renewable light source. Up to 21 light per turn now. Continue to make friends with the orcs. The orcs say they caught a sickness that made them violent. That's why they started fighting with humans for no reason. Well done, you made peace with all the Badlands orcs and earned their friendship. This region is now secure. Those good-for-nothing orcs, we shouldn't have expected much from them. We'll meet again. Still thinking about what Newit said. I don't know what I am, where I come from, or why I'm here. Anyway, we should get going. There's a pressing matter we need to attend to. You want to keep building the city and exploring the region? No, I want to talk a little bit about meta progression, which is something that this game makes interesting use of. You might have noticed that we get a resource from completing that. We got some, I forget what they call, like light points, but we spend those to gain access to the next zone. I'm pretty sure you can repeat a zone to get some as well if you want, but you get more for completing a zone for the first time. I believe that's how it works. Correct me if I'm wrong. But then I can also spend that to gain access to new game modes. So here's puzzle over here. I haven't tried this, obviously. but let's give that a go real quick. Bronze, produce at least 20 materials per day. Okay, so we want to optimize this layout such that we are getting 20 materials per day. So we can spend science to make this a tree of eternity. I haven't seen that one before. What can we do with these? We can gain food per turn by spending science on that. Oh, we have infinity resources of all kinds. That's interesting. It seems to me that it's a good idea to spend this to explore the tunnels. And that's going to reveal something. Yeah, we've got some genuine booze over here. Purify it. Sure. So that's a gold mine. What we got over here, nothing that we can make use of. We need to be making 20 materials per day, and then it'll give us 10 light points. It doesn't, I don't think food matters at all. We just want materials. So let's make a trade route there. That's going to give us some. If we spend some materials, we'll turn that into a bribe, and we'll get some from that. And fight this. I don't know what fighting this is going to do, but I don't think it hurts. Illuminate that. Turn that into a mine. I think we definitely want to turn one of these into a lumberjack cabin. And lumberjack cabins benefit from adjacent forests. Turn that into a trade route. I actually wonder if like bombing this and turning it into a lumberjack wouldn't be better. If we turn this into a lumberjack, that'll be getting quite a lot of resources. This is getting us 1 resource per day. The thing is like I could turn all of these into a lumberjack, but I don't think that would give us as much as if I fought this. There was no trees there. All the elves of the regions have declared war on us. No. Oh, okay. We can still put a lumberjack here. So let's do that. It's only gaining resources from 2. So we need to, I think, fight the wolves here in order to get the 3rd one. So we're up to 13 per turn. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Shoot. I meant to turn that into a mine. If we turn this build tree villages, wisps may appear in the forest. We don't have any science. Can we upgrade our home? We can. The only reason we would want to is because that gives us science. So if we turn this into a tree of eternity, that gives us light, not materials. I'm not sure what else we can do. That gives us some more iceberg. Fight that. I don't know if that does anything for us. Fight that. Sure. Can turn that into a lumberjack cabin. So if we turn this into a lumberjack cabin, it does nothing for us, right? Because we're already benefiting from that forest. Explore tunnels. So we're up to 16 per turn. Oh, can we put a lumberjack here? No. We're so close. I mean, I actually don't know if we're that close. I'm thinking actually we should have burned down this tree and then turned it into another lumberjack. Okay, upgrading this miners guild would be a good idea. I think we need to retry. I still think I'm on to something by burning down this elf village and then turning it into a lumberjack. I know that sucks, but like, what else are we going to do, right? And then turn this into a lumberjack cabin. We're up to 17 per turn. Still not quite there. There's no way to benefit from this empty tile. I wonder if turning this into a lumberjack cabin isn't the way. Yeah, that gives us 2 extra. If I turn this into a lumberjack, yeah, okay. So never mind. Adjacency doesn't matter as much as just building the building. So then now they want us to get 28 materials per day. There's clearly a way to do this correctly, and I'm not really seeing it necessarily. But we got to 22. I'm honestly willing to accept that. So there's a way to do this right. By getting to bronze, though, it gave us an extra 10 points. So I could check out the next puzzle if I wanted, or I could check out the next game mode, which is Curious Expeditions. There's 2 kind of endless modes over here. I really appreciate that this UI, this menu interface, is keeping in theme with the gameplay. But either way, that's going to do it for Dawnfolk. I like this game a lot. It's got, vibes of Carcassonne, of Doff Romantic. But yeah, I really like this one. I think it's a lot of fun. Either way, if you enjoyed this, definitely hit the like button. Consider subscribing for more content like this. I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.